After spending a week in Cuba, touring two amazing cities, Holguin and Santiago de Cuba, we were ready to push east to a new, smaller community. The town of Baracoa was not only east, but it's the most easternly town in all of Cuba. Growing in popularity, this town of about 80,000 people has started offering an array of tourist attractions, which highlights the region's unique geology and ecology. We made our way from Santiago de Cuba to Baracoa by taking the Via Azul bus. This 4-hour journey cost us only 11 CUC each. For those unfamiliar with the currency, 1 CUC is equal to $1 US. Our ride took us into the province of Guantanamo, famed by Guantanamo Bay Military Prison, operated by the US military. Known for its unbearable living conditions and cruelty inflicted on its inmates, this prison has become a symbol for the danger of the Cuban prison system and has been the subject for human rights activists for many years. Luckily for us, our journey took us nowhere near the heavily guarded gates of the prison, but took us through the heavenly mountains and the most tropical landscapes in the country. The area was massively unique. Along the trip, we went from the humid city of Santiago to the desert-like lands of Guantanamo. It was almost instantly that it changed to a tropical rainforest. In fact, this area sees so much rain, you're almost guaranteed to see some every single day. It's amazing that this incredible place on Cuba is so isolated, having only a single road that connects it to the rest of the country. When we arrived, we were greeted by the host of our Casa Particular. We took a short bike ride to the house. Along the way, we learned that Christopher Columbus first visited the area in 1492, and then was settled in 1511 by Spain, making this the oldest settlement in all of Cuba. Heading into town, we found a pizza stall, a Cuban staple that we never expected to see, but found everywhere across the island.
So we're gonna try Cuban pizza. It's like thick crust with ham and some cheese and I don't know, maybe ketchup. So we tried in Santiago and it was good, and the only cost
50 cents.
50 cents. Let's try Baracoa pizza. Definitely thick crust, which is Georgia's favorite. Like more bread, I think. Cuban cheese is not much flavor as much as Canadian one, but tastes so good.
I was very surprised to find pizza in Cuba, let alone one of the very few street foods here. But I'm very glad. This one seems, like she said, really thick. Even the meat's got really thick, so. Quite good. Quite good. The ham here is a very particular taste across Cuba, and I quite enjoy it. At first, we were shocked to see how many people use the public parks in Cuba. It wasn't until we learned that these parks are the only locations where you can access the internet that the popularity became apparent. Internet in Cuba is a relatively new concept, and one that locals are really starting to embrace. This little dog we met yesterday for the first time. We were way down at one end of the town and she followed us all the way here to the center square, and we think this is kind of her stomping ground, because over the course of the last day and today we've seen her here, so she's made a friend in us and we've made a friend in her. The entire town sat along the beautiful Caribbean coast. We spend a lot of time here, with temperatures averaging 30 degrees C all year. The cooler breezes coming off the water were always welcome. The town lies along a stretch of water called the Bay of Honey. The other side of town sits perfectly with the backdrop of deep green tropical mountains. It's this combination that traps the rain in the area, constantly recycling the water, allowing the area to maintain its rich, humid, and wet tropical conditions. So we were going to go spend a little bit of time on the beach today, but the weather looks like it's starting to turn. So Baracoa, being one of the most lush areas of Cuba, is definitely prone to having the changes in the weather, and we may get even a little bit of rain here, which typically doesn't happen during this winter season here in Cuba. So I think what we're just going to do is we're going to walk down along here, just relax. As the temperatures are nice and cool now. Being a tropical area, the temperatures are usually a little bit higher than what they are throughout the rest of the country. So nice, cool. It's a strong breeze today. It's actually kind of welcome, and yeah, so let's go enjoy it. And so let's go. In a future video, we'll explore a part of Baracoa that exposes this uniqueness of the area. Cacao grows here naturally, and we had an opportunity to visit a farm where cacao is grown, processed, and turned into locally produced organic chocolate. The views from our casa showcase the reality of Caribbean living. At first glance, the streets of Cuba can look rough. To those who don't travel, it often looks like a dangerous part of their highly developed cities back home, and that scares them. But if you look beyond the surface, you'll unravel a landscape that is truly special. You'll see a group of people who aren't completely defined by the material possessions. The people of Cuba are happy. The streets are filled with laughter. It amazes me a bit that I can come to places that seem so rough and unrefined and love the lifestyle. To me, it seems simpler. Day number 9 saw us back at the water's edge. We had strolled along the banks of the water, soaking up the sun-filled sky. Our goal was to visit Museo Municipal Fuerte Matiche, a fort located along the banks of the ocean. However, our plans didn't go quite as expected. So, we don't know how to get in. It looks as though this is the only entrance. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Most people should be finished their lunch as far as we know. The doors open this much, so we thought we were going to be able to walk right in. Turns out, no, we can't. So we're not quite sure what to do. We've walked around the whole exterior, and I don't know what to do. Alright, we're sending Nakana in on a secret mission to go wake up Buddy. Sending Nakana in really didn't do much good. She contacted the person sleeping inside, but without speaking any Spanish, her conversation with the man ended quite abruptly. We decided to end the day by continuing our journey along the water to a rundown baseball field, acting as our endpoint. The first 2 days in Baracoa were relaxing. We adopted the casual way of life and enjoyed our downtime. But like any true traveler, we were excited to experience more than just the town. Interested in learning more about our journey through Cuba? Take this time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or visit us on our website for additional written material at joshuatravelguy.ca. Are you looking for something a little more hands-on? Why not join us for an excursion through Cuba for a truly authentic experience? Learn more about these and more on our website. Why not share the love? If you enjoyed the video, do us a favor and share it with a friend, because together we can share the world.